the San Francisco 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The Black Hole's been waiting all year for this one. It's the Battle of the Bay, and we're underway from Oakland. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
In the NFL, we love to talk about bloodlines and how important they can be. And for Zay Jones, he's got a terrific one. His dad, Robert, longtime linebacker in the NFL, big time with the Dallas Cowboys. And his uncle, Jeff Blake, a starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. Wonder if he played catch with Uncle Jeff in the backyard a few times growing up.
He's checking. Crash. Check.
From the 39, Carr. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
That's the way. 25. Check 25. Right now. Check. Ready to run.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the safety, Jaworski Tartt. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. What do you need? Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check the hot read. Purdue. Heavy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10. Down. 180. Check. Watch 54. Hey. Watch the safety creep. Low.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, 68 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On play action, now Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Check 50, check 50. You're mine. Express. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. That's it. That's it.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Caught by Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. Oh, he slipped right by him. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
That's caught. It's Coleman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Garoppolo now. This one complete to Coleman. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown, San Francisco.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Keep it up, guys. Check. 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 Watch the twitch. OP.
On play action, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Quick dash. Move that down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Switch it.
Garoppolo on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force it.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Well, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. Wait. Check them set. That's it.
Throwing again. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Touchdown, 49ers! Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Break one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there. So let's
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go, here we go. All day, all day.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ready? Hey, we're good, we're good. You ready? Check, 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 check. Switch, switch. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Carr going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. James now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The pass rush specialist, Dee Ford, in on the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the 36, Carr. This complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's airing it out for Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 45 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. Touchdown, 49ers! Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
You know, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz is just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, it's Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders get a score closer.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
To throw his car toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score,
blitz coming, and down he goes. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did, but they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate, because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Oakland.